Hello guys. Okay, so this camera is blurry. Let me try to fix that. Sorry, I'm trying to fix the blurriness of the camera. I hate this thing. This thing is always acting up. There. Aha, I fixed it. All right. Okay, you guys. So we're going to begin with the transits and then the Tarotscopes. And then we'll do some information about the lunar cycles this week and how to work with those lunar cycles, as well as the full moon in Aries coming in. Hi, Norma. So what I have available today for you guys, if you guys are interested, the link is in the description box. I do have the 3-card galactic reading for the week for you specifically, and you could just click on the link to purchase. And then I do also have a 1-card guaranteed reading if you guys are interested as well. And you guys can purchase during the live. So that's how I'm going to do it from now on. You guys can have the opportunity to purchase during the live for readings only. But for tomorrow, which is Toltec Tuesdays, we're going to be hitting up energy healing tomorrow. And we're going to be talking about the Aztec calendar, as well as how it applies in astrology and how it's really pretty much accurate as much as Western astrology is. So for that, I do only have it available prior to the live for purchase for any type of energy healing, because I do want to prepare my energy in order to assist those who purchase beforehand. And so that's why I do it that way. And so for the readings, it's much more easier to channel energy through just your guides and stuff like that. But for energy work, it has to be a preparation, like a ceremony, pretty much. So yeah, so hi Kimberly. Hi Tina. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna start with the transits for this week. So we have a lot of heaviness going on again. Okay, so just bear with the planets, all right? Like, it's a lot of shit happening, all right? So here we go. Let me just go ahead and find my place, my chart. My chart is over here. If I move this, then the chart closes. I'm going to put it over here, down here. Okay. And I'm going to move myself over here so I can see you guys too. Yeah, I know everybody is exhausted. So let's start for today. So these are based on Pacific Standard Time. Okay, so California time, whatever. I am in Central Time, you guys. Some of you guys are in Eastern Standard Time, but this is all Pacific Standard Time. Okay, so today, September 28th, we have Leo quincunx and retrograde the Saturn in Capricorn, and this does create kind of like a tension between these two planets. Pretty much it's like the it feels like, or it's Venus in Leo quincunx and Saturn in Capricorn, so it does bring this weird tension, like animosity between love and abundance and beauty and karma and time. Okay, and so when Venus and Saturn can bring kind of like a really heavy feeling about our reality, our energy, as well as relationships with other people, relationships with ourselves, relationships with what we are creating in this life, as well as like our finances, our stability, and our values. Okay, so it does bring this sense of like kind of like having a crisis in so many ways, because it make us feel like we have to have a plan in order for us to be prepared for the worst, worst case scenarios and things like that. And so our mind tends to wander in that way. And because we've been very much not chill, I would say very much in like a dreamy state, because when Leo moved into Venus, it's like a dreamy state of like romance and anything can happen, and think an idealistic romance, I would say. This really does tend to give us a reality check regarding that too, where Leo wants to be fun, wants to be creative, wants to be idealistic, wants to be romantic, passionate, and very expressive. And then Saturn turns in and comes and shows us what is not working when it comes to that type of mentality, what is not possible, what we need to deal with in this reality, And so you can feel like you can only see what's wrong right now and not know what's right. You could also feel like this intensity is bringing up like the negativity within you, or you having to deal with similar cycles as you had, during like any type of shadow work comes up when it comes to that type of ideology, that type of view of the world or view of your life, and so it does tend to bring you down. Okay. And so that's what this energy is revealing for all of us. It's kind of like taking a second look. It's an opportunity to do that, to take a second look, kind of like a pass by of like, what really are we working towards, what we are really creating in this life. And just make sure that you understand that no matter how hard this can be, or this energy can, like, intensity could be, it's gonna pass. Okay. It's gonna go away soon. Okay. And I'll give you guys an example. Like today, I don't know, I had like this weird feeling of like kind of doing like a review of like my past relationships with other feminine people, like other women, especially like with friendships, and so I was kind of like reviewing that, and I'm just like, why is it that I tend to have like really great friendships with fire signs, and that have like like earth placements, right? Or water placements. But I cannot get along with air signs that have water placements. Like if you guys have like this intensity, these weird conflicting relationships with certain placements, you should explore that, because to me, I was exploring that today. Is like, why is it that I cannot get along with certain placements, and I could get along with others, like practically fine. But I was looking at that, especially the placement of Libra and Scorpio, like Libra sun, Scorpio moon or rising. Like that placement is really difficult for me to get along with. And I was trying to think, who do I know that made that way? Like who do I know like in my past that made me think of Libra, Scorpio placements like that, And so, because it just irks me, like something about them just bothers me. Like, I think it's the bitchiness, like that bothers me. It's the oh, they can do no wrong, and they love to correct other people, or they're just mean. They're just mean to other people, especially people who are really nice or really like friendly or popular, or things like that. They just nitpick at them, right? Or they're trying to compare themselves and think that they're better, things like that. And so I was thinking like, oh my God, it's probably people from like high school, like, because I did not like people like that had that similar attitude. I just avoided them. They were never mean to me specifically, but I would always see them be that way to other people. And so I hated that. Like, I just did not like that. And then I think a cycle started with that type of placement since high school. Throughout like my adult life, like there was a lot of people that I couldn't get along with that had that placement in like my adult life. And then there's some that I just avoided completely as soon as I would find out that was their placement. And I was just like, oh, I'm leaving. Even like when I was exploring, like, how you have this weird adverse reaction to certain people, you just don't know why. Even if it's people you've never met before in your life, you just saw them somewhere and you're just like, I don't understand why I don't like you. Like, I just don't like you. That's what I was feeling. I was like, I can't be that way. I can't be judgy and like that, like I can't be a jackass thinking like, oh, I'm going to judge this person based on like like initial aversion to them. And so when I was exploring this further, I was like thinking, you know what? It has to do with my past. It has to do with someone that I met when I was probably a kid or younger that had that placement and was acting like that. And so I was just like, yeah, it did. But yeah, so that's what I was exploring, aspects of me being, you know, that needed to understand why these things need to be brought up, you know, to the surface pretty much. Okay, so anyway, let's move on to Tuesday. So for Tuesday, we have the Sun in Libra, which is opposing the retrograde Chiron in Aries. And this is also creating tension between the conscious self and the ego self. Okay, so it is the wounded healer, conscious, that thing that needs to be brought up. Okay, so that needs to be really assessed. So Sun and Chiron brings us up old wounds, pain from the past, pain with our own identity and how we perceive ourselves, as well as self-confidence. Anything to do with the masculine principle is actually being brought to the surface too. So maybe we have had conflicts with the masculine energy within our lives. You know, maybe that's some type of thing that we need to heal. Maybe we had issues with our father, maybe we had issues with our brothers, or with someone that we dated, you know, things like that, that reminded us of our first initial issue with the first masculine that we've ever encountered. And so this tends to bring that to the surface. And, you know, without understanding this, then we tend to attack that masculine principle within ourselves. Then we tend to attack that masculine principle within other people, even with feminine people, you know, even with women, we tend to attack that. And so it is really important for us to really explore that, because Chiron in Aries has a wounding around this energy. Okay, we're wounding around masculine manifesting itself as anger, selfishness, just things like that. Okay, or focus on the self. Like, so it's really important for us to balance that for Tuesday. Okay, and so when retrograde Mars in Aries squares stationary direct Saturn in Capricorn, we went direct. I think it was on Sunday. This is going to bring us very intense aspects between two planets. These two planets are Mars and Saturn. Okay, so these two are like the heavy hitters, okay, because they are both cardinal signs, and they're both very stubborn too. Is gonna makes us feel like we have to really want, like for Aries pushing us, especially in Mars energy, is gonna want to push us with like wanting to do things, hurry up and do it, you know, going for our goals, going for whatever it is that we want. And then Saturn is gonna be like pumping the brakes on that. Okay, Saturn's gonna be like, nah, we ain't doing that shit, not yet, you know. And so you're just gonna be like two freaking you know, Titans clashing right there. The clash of the Titans is the clash of the Cardinals. That's I always see it that way with these two like energies, especially Saturn and Mars. And so it's really going to break things down. Like Saturn's really going to break down the energy of Mars to trying to take action on things. Okay, it's really going to restrict and limit that energy, and it's going to definitely make us feel like we're hitting a brick wall with it. Okay, but this brings us self-discipline, patience, and a mastery of self as well. Okay, so the self-indulgence, the action-taking Aries is gonna be able to master itself with this energy of Saturn, you know, stopping it from going wild. Okay, so there's gonna be times when you have to watch out for passive aggressive energy, any type of controlling energy, any type of dogmatic energy with others. Okay, so just watch out for that, because that's going to be a trigger for us for this Tuesday. Okay, so next thing is Wednesday. So we're going to have Mercury in Scorpio sequiquadrates retrograde Neptune in Pisces. Okay, so this is going to be creating tension between the linear and logical mind and the intuition and transcendental energy of Neptune. Okay, so this really brings us into kind of like what is reality for you, that type of energy, right? What is real for you and what's real for them? You know, it's going to be probably different. It's going to be like a definite disconnect between the mind and the spirit or the heart. Okay, because you know the mind will tend to try to make everything reasonable, but the heart wants what it wants, right? The energy of the heart wants to go forward and find true love or something like that, and then the mind's like, no, they're not good enough, you know. Just it's just that type of dynamic that we're going to be feeling. Okay, so luckily, both of these are water signs. Okay, so luckily, the logic mind might be able to balance itself out with the heart because of the water sign aspects, because you got Scorpio and Pisces energy. Okay, and so anyway. So both of these are archetypes of psychic understandings. Okay, so like Scorpio explores things further, and Pisces just goes for it, right? And so because of that, we have to really dig deep with the Mercury and Scorpio placement, is make sure we investigate any type of psychic phenomenon, any type of intuition that comes up. Make sure we actually explore or dig deeper on that. And yet Neptune, because of Pisces, is going to want us to do spiritual bypassing, or is going to want us to but be like, oh no, we believe it because it's true, right? With no real explanation or no real concrete exploration of it. But Scorpio, that Mercury and Scorpio is really going to be like, no, we're going to really figure this out. Why do you keep seeing this? Why do you keep feeling this way? What, things like that. So it's definitely going to have a willingness. You have to have a willingness to see the truth. Okay. You have to be ready to be wrong. Okay. You have to be willing to be wrong and finally seek the truth. Okay. So looking at the entire picture thing. Okay. That Scorpio is going to definitely, because Mercury and Scorpio is going to definitely want that. All right. So sorry, you guys, let me look at these comments. Kimberly Gemini's like, nope. Oh my gosh. Norma, she's like, she's a Gemini. Yeah, Capricorn. Yeah, that too. So I've noticed that with the Capricorns too. It's like you, okay, so this is what I run into usually with Capricorn placements, is either they're a water sign with a Capricorn like strength, like Capricorn placement, and either I really get along with them or I really don't, like eventually I don't. So it really does depend. It really does depend. Like if we get along in the beginning, we can get along forever, or if we just kind of like sort of get along, then eventually that sort of get along turns out to, and like we don't get along at all. Anyway, so let's move on. So on Thursday, we have the full moon in Aries, of course. So be ready for that, Aries placements. So if you have an Aries placement somewhere, be ready for that. Okay, this is your full moon. So anyway, this is going to mark the midway point of the current lunar cycles that began back in the new moon in Virgo. Okay, like it was like September, new moon in Virgo, September 17th. There. So this marks like the halfway point between that energy. Okay, so the new moon made us feel all awesome, right, with Saturn and Pluto placements, but it made us like kind of like the most intense energy because Aries, of course. And then of course, like if you have Eris, Lilith, and Mars retrograde to Uranus and Neptune, that's what the intensity came from. Okay, now we have the full moon in Aries again, but it's conjunct Chiron, which is really magnifying the Aries, bringing to light what needed to be looked at. Okay, so what needed to be addressed, what areas needed to be really like shown to us or revealed to us. All right. So anyway, this really magnified because of the Chiron. This really magnifies old wounds again, pain and suffering, anything that comes from the past. And in Aries, it can also magnify anger and frustration, aggression, passive aggressiveness, selfishness, things like that. So all the negative traits of Aries, it'll magnify if we don't really refocus our energy and really try to understand our past pain and suffering. You know, we really try to heal that about ourselves, instead of like pushing it away and just saying, "Oh, leave this for another day." So anyway, we're going to be asked to heal deeper with Chiron and Aries. We're also going to be asked to heal our relationships with our masculine counterparts. So our masculine energy, are any type of masculines that we've had in our lives that were just not, we just did not get along with them. You know, like I had to heal my masculine, relationship with my father. You know, I'm still doing healing. Like I talk to him now, like we get along, but I'm still doing healing because of the way that I treated him. Like even though I was a kid, I treated him like shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was not nice. Like whenever he would actually make the efforts to call me on my birthday or call me on a holiday and things like that, I would just tell my mom that I didn't want to talk to him. My mom would force me to talk to him, and then I would just be on the phone like listening to him and just be like one word answers, and that was being like, that's really mean. Like he actually tried. And so I had to heal that. And I'm still healing that because I do feel guilty for it, because he really did try, and he is still trying to have a relationship with me, you know. And so I'm still trying to heal that aspect of myself of being a jackass towards my dad. And you know, the reason why it was that way, because I found out about him being mean to my mom, or him cheating on my mom. And I'm really self-righteous when it comes to that. Like, you don't cheat on people. Like, even if you think it's the right thing to do because they're not treating you right or something like that, you still don't cheat. To me, you don't cheat. You just let them go. Like divorce. Okay. Divorce them. All right. Cause I have like this high morality thing with me. I think it's that Virgo placement. So anyway, I had that since a kid. I judged him based on his actions towards my mother. My mother never exposed that information to me. It was my uncles and her family that told me. You know, she never talked badly about my dad, never. And when I was a kid, she actually encouraged a relationship between me and my father. I said no because of what I found out. And then, of course, other things about his past that I just did not agree with it, because I had like this moral high code or whatever. Like I was like Mrs. Perfect kid, you know. But anyway, as a teenager, you know, I started to rebel. I started to be more like him. My mom even said it, "You're just like your dad." And I'm just like, no, I'm not, you know, just anyway. I really had to heal that masculine principle, the masculine relationship between me and my father, and the masculine within me too. And so it always began as that. And I would always see that any relationship that I had with a masculine person was always really bad because of it. And so as soon as I decided to heal it, I finally found a masculine, my fiance, that was definitely, you know, open to self-healing as well. And so it was like my mirror pretty much, but also willing to grow with me, you know. And so I as soon as I decided to heal that relationship, he came in to help me. So anyway, that's what we have to do. And it might look different for everybody. You know, it might not be that you have to communicate with that person that hurt you, you know, the first masculine that hurt you or let you down, but it just reviewing the relationship and really acknowledging your own, taking responsibility for your own actions in the way things went is healing you. Okay. And again, you don't have to communicate that to them. All right. You could just, you know, do it on your own. Okay. Because it is your own self-healing that needs to be conducted for that. All right. So anyway, that's definitely what's going to happen for Thursday. And then for Friday, we have the Sun in Libra quincunxes retrograde Uranus in Taurus. And this is going to create tension between conscious and ego again, but it wants peace and harmony this time around. And, instead of rebellious, revolutionary type of ideology. So we have to really make a shift between, these types of relationships. Maybe we might need to be more active in what we do. Like if we have some type of revolutionary idea, maybe we need to really bring that up. Maybe we need to definitely take action on it. Not just words, okay? Words are wind, words are not anything unless you really take action after what you are trying to persuade people to do or persuade yourself to do. You really need to follow through with it, like walk your talk, so that's what this is going to bring us. Really all out walking your talk, an upheaval of things like that. Okay. And so if it feels like things are falling short of the plans that you're making or maybe falling apart, then this is definitely something that is happening because of this placement. A new energy needs to come in, okay, in order for the old the old energies to fall away. And so we feel like there's a revolution, an inner revolution or evolution that's happening to us because of the actions that we're finally taking. Whatever it is that you want to change in your life, if there's really something that you feel that needs to be balanced out or something that is unfair and you feel you need to take action on it when it comes to your where you're working, even with your family dynamic, or even in relationships, like intimate relationships, things like that, then it's time for you to take action on that. Okay. And so now the retrograded Neptune in Pisces says it quadrates Juno in Scorpio. And this creates like this conflict between the high heart and of course, the goddess of marriage and partnership. Okay. So this feels like there's something really off. Like there's this feels like the fantasy life or the fantasies that you've created are gonna definitely be taken, like, or the illusion of it is gonna disappear. This feels like there is a push towards that too. Like anything that you're making up in your head about someone, anything you're making up in your head about yourself, it's really gonna like push you to really see the truth of it. Okay. So this is gonna have an impact on romance, on your marriage, on your commitments, on your businesses and your finances, as well as your family life. It's really gonna intensify you looking inwards as well as looking at what's really going on. Okay. So please stay grounded during this energy because it's really going to be the honest truth that's going to be revealed. Okay. So then Venus moves out of Leo and into Virgo. And this is going to shift from, the goddess of love and beauty into an earth sign, from fire to earth. Okay. Yin and yang. So there's going to be this shift of Venus and Virgo on Friday as well. So we're going to focus on service and health to others. We're also going to focus on healing. Okay. Think about Virgo in the sense of being the ultimate. I always see them usually as of the mind and the body, because Virgos tend to have this inclination of helping and assisting others more than any other sign that I've met, where it's very selfless, like in the way that they tend to be psychologists or they tend to be nurses usually, or doctors. They're very selfish in nature, but that tends to get in the way too, because their selflessness turns into codependency too, where they don't really look at what their wants and needs are, because they're so focused on fixing everybody else, right? Or helping heal everybody else. So this is definitely something that you're going to face with this placement of Venus moving into Virgo, where you're just going to be very wanting to fix your relationship, wanting to benefit from like healing, self-healing, or confronting anything that needs to be healed with other people in your life, things like that. Fixing, okay? But it is also beneficial because you will be very stable at the same time. Oh my God. So it's a balancing act, okay? So make sure you don't overly focus on other people. Okay, make sure that you do take time for yourself. You do take time for communicating your needs too. Okay, because this is very hard to do with this placement. All right. So the next one is let's see, I'm reading you guys' comments. All right. So the next one is for Saturday. We have so Pluto in Capricorn quincunxes Vesta in Leo. I'm sorry, I had to really look at the chart. I'm just like, what is that squiggly thing? So it's going to create a little bit of like energy tension between the Lord of the Underworld and the priestess goddess. Okay, so Pluto in Capricorn is digging into the depths of the shadow, exposing what is toxic, exposing what is stagnant, what does not work anymore. Okay, what's stuck, what's breaking the foundation that you're building off on. Okay, and so these foundations are going to be like your personal life, your political ideologies, your environment, and the collective as a whole. Okay, so everyone involved on the earth. Vesta in Leo is about leadership, shining bright, stepping into your light fully, and not letting anybody, overshadow you. Okay. But because of this aspect in Pluto, it can be all about a power struggle with authority figures, with anybody that you perceive as having more than you, or being able to have who has a louder voice than you or more influence. Okay. So this is definitely like the light versus the truth type of energy, where we tend to go into the shadows to find or seek the truth, to dig into somebody else's past too. So it's kind of like you're being a spy at the same time because of that Pluto. You're spying on people or you're trying to expose them, and so that you could have the upper hand type of energy. But right now, the thing to really understand is to focus on your shadows too. Okay, why is this driving you to do that? Why are you stalking people or trying to figure them out? Like what's happening internally that's pushing you for that, right, or towards that. So it's definitely about facing shadows right now, okay, for the Saturn placement in that way. Okay, so then we have retrograde Mars conjoins retrograde Aries. And so there's going to be an Aries alignment with the god of war and will and drive between his sister, the goddess of discord and chaos. So this is definitely, because of Mars retrograde. Okay, this is definitely this thinking back in like the summertime, where you got insight about your personality in that way. Okay, so it's like Aries gets this really bad rap because of being the goddess of discord and chaos. But she is a feminine warrior aspect. Okay, she is an embodiment of the archetypal warrior woman. Okay, so a lot of people are intimidated with strong feminine energy because they tend to have the power to create, but at the same time, you have to watch what you're creating. And so a lot of people are intimidated with that type of energy because it can go too far, right? It could go too destructive energy. Okay, but Mars and Aries can be, a time for you to define what actions you need to take either, stand in justice or injustice. Okay, so really, really looking at your personality, really, really looking at what you believe in, and also really looking at the shadow aspects that are, within you, and the light, really seeing what is creating any sort of rift or any sort of poke at your morality compass too. Okay, so it's going to be like a war consciousness, of aggressive consciousness, a domination and control consciousness combination. But again, we really have to face that truth, because all of us have that. All of us have the capability to be that way. And so we really need to face that during that placement. Okay, so next one is Mercury in Scorpio concuxes retrograde in Chiron in Aries, and this is definitely all about the mind, the intellect, and the wounded healer energy. Okay, so they're both embodying the Mars sign, as well as an intense conflict of communication. Okay, so there seems to be miscommunication that might arise. There seems to be an aggressiveness when you do communicate. When you do end up, communicating the miscommunication, maybe you thought somebody said something that offended you, and you started to, go after them in a very aggressive way. So again, we have to really look at that stuff. Mercury in Scorpio wants us to be truthful. But Chiron, which is the wounded warrior, wants us to be to use our anger, to use our aggression, to really, really dominate others. Okay, we will tend a tendency to be, I feel like there's this tendency to be an emotional terrorist with this energy, like making people feel guilty for the way that they said something to you, or the way they acted like 10 years ago. You're just bringing it up. So it's definitely intense for those aspects. Okay, so pay attention to communication. Okay, don't jump down someone's throat because they said something that you misinterpreted. Just ask more questions, okay? So it's all about information during Saturday, okay? So then we have Sunday. We have Pluto stations direct in Capricorn. And so this is going to be like the depths of intensity, subconscious fear, any type of limiting belief is going to be looked at. Any type of issues with control, sexuality, money, and debt, and just self-expression or obsession, things like that. So this gives us the opportunity to see what lies between the lines, as well as underneath that, all of that fear that we might have. Maybe we have a fear of quitting a job that's stable because it's financially stable, and going into something that's unknown. And so we're going to explore that, okay, that fear. Maybe we have a obsession with someone, and we're going to explore that obsession. Or maybe we have this issue with the way that we look at money, and why we're struggling financially. And so we're going to explore that, okay? So the truth is going to come to light again. The truth is going to rise of any type of old paradigm, any type of old fear-based limiting belief is definitely going to be, healed and revealed and removed. Okay, so that we make space for the new things that are to come into our lives. All right. So there's definitely a lot of deep transformative energies this week because of all of this going on. Okay, so just beware. Be ready. All right. Let's see. Let's look at the comments. Kim says, as hard as life seems lately, I really do try my best to shine my light. And some days that is taking a step back and refocusing on myself and my energy. We got this, guys. Hugs to all of you. Yes, I know. It's intense, you guys. we are in Libra season too, and so it's all about balancing, and that's why this intensity is happening too. It's a kind of like wanting to balance. It's a need for it, a need for us to really explore what's working in our lives and what isn't, and so that we can balance it out. Okay, so that's why a lot of people, tend to really have a problem with that, because sometimes they're just so accustomed to feeling a certain way, getting a certain type of attention, or even just feeling like crap, that they just don't know any better, or maybe they just don't know what it's like to not feel that way. Maybe they've never felt any type of joy ever since they were a child, or things like that. And so this balancing act, this stuff that's going on in the planets, planetary alignments and stuff, it's definitely going to help you explore that. If you have areas in your life that you feel that should be better, or should be definitely fixed or healed, then it's definitely going to give you that opportunity to do that, because of the intensity of what's happening this week. All right, so I'm going to pull up the chart for the lunar cycles, so bear with me. Let's see. I know the lunar cycles are going to definitely have an impact on us this week because of it. And I kept getting I really, before I started to explore what was going on astrologically speaking for this coming week, I kept getting the masculine principle, the masculine principle, the masculine principle, exploring that and really healing that about ourselves. And of course, the way that we've our relationships with the masculine in our lives, things like that. So let me see. Moon. All right, so maybe, I think I pulled it up on my phone, the moon chart. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. I think I do have it here. Okay. All right. Oh, here we go. La, 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 la. All right. For September 28th. Okay. All right. So September 28th, we have the moon that enters Pisces. So that's today. So this is a generally favorable, energy for activities, like creative activities. So it's kind of like mysticism, intuition, spiritual pursuits, also developing those, as well as developing any type of creativity or creative activity that'll help you express yourself better, your emotions, as well as anything that you might be wanting to know about yourself, like music, I would say acting, even retreating, or even anything that involves water as well. So anything that has to do with intuition. Okay, so this moon definitely will push us to want to create with our mind, or with our hands, and express ourselves better, our emotions. Okay, so maybe it's a good idea to, if you're feeling intense, if you're feeling overwhelmed, to really put that into words, maybe write it down, or maybe draw something, maybe paint something, create with your hands, or even sing loudly, or listen to music that is going to help you release it. Whatever it is that is creative for you, just explore that aspect of yourselves and just do it. Okay, so that'll really help you. It's like a very therapeutic pursuit towards that stuff. Okay, so we have on, let's see, so we're still going to have a Pisces energy tomorrow on Tuesday, but we're also going to enter Aries, Aries and stuff, so halfway through. And so the moon in Aries really favors activities of taking action, so that you can see immediate results, as well as any type of personal pursuits that you've been wanting to implement, wanting to change, wanting to go towards, even staying in your power, as well as self like exertion as and like taking on any challenges, and even short-term projects. Okay, so if you have like this idea in mind that you wanted to really talk to someone about, to make a change in whatever area of your life, then that's what this Aries moon is going to push you towards, that wanting to do that. Okay. So then we have the full moon in Aries that's going to be on Wednesday, and then that's going to last until Thursday. It feels like this moon is definitely about momentum, about gaining momentum, about taking action, but also having like kind of like a fiery approach, of course, because it's Aries fire energy, when it comes to anything that you want to really bring into this reality. Okay, so remember, Aries don't back down easily. They're not really intimidated by anything. And so that's how you're gonna feel when it comes to your full moon rituals. Like, what it is that you really desire, you're gonna ask it like an Aries. I want this because I deserve it. It's going to be like very direct energy, but it's also going to be very beneficial for you because it's going to be very just a sigh of relief. You're going to feel that way when you finally ask for what you really want, okay, without being intimidated by it, without thinking that you don't deserve it, without thinking that you're not going to get it. Okay, because Aries are very direct. They're very like, I get what I want and I do get what I want. Like, they will. Like, if Aries wants something, they go out there and get it, and they usually get what they want. So having that approach to this full moon manifestation, any type of ritual that you're doing for the full moon, is definitely going to help you. Okay. All right, so next one we have is for Friday, and we're going to move into Taurus. The moon is going to move into Taurus on Friday. So this energy generally brings in any type of material actions. Okay, when it comes to yielding like long-term goals and results, as well as financial things. Okay, so you're going to have this personal, I would say, wanting to build something, okay, like that's long lasting. It can be with relationships, wanting to have a long lasting relationship, wanting to have a home life that's stable, wanting to have you know an abundance of material wealth and gains, things like that. So it's definitely all about long term. Okay, long term goals, long term relationships, long term home stabilities, as well as finances. Okay, so there's this sense of wanting this stuff and going for it as well. Okay, so that's what we're going to see for the weekend too. For the full moon, is for the moon, that waning moon is going to be coming in for Taurus. Okay, so what else do we have? So that's all I have for you guys for the placements, as well as the transits for this week. So we're going to go ahead and start with the Tarotscopes. I know I saw, Norma, that you bought a card reading. Let me just check who else. Again, you guys have the opportunity to purchase a 3-card or a 1-card reading if you desire. The 3-card is a galactic guidance, and the 1-card is reading. I pull a card for you, whatever one question that you have for me. All right, so let me see. Okay. Yeah, so it's Norma. Okay, so let me just do Norma's real quick. So Norma, do you have a specific questions that you want, or a specific question you want me to answer, or do you just want me to pull a card for you? Let me know. And then we'll do this Tarotscopes. right. I think I'm having like a delay on my end, you guys. Let me check YouTube on my phone. Huh? Doesn't show up. Maybe I do have a delay. All right, Norma, let me check your payment to see if you have a question. I don't see anything. So let me know if you just want me to pull a card real quick for you, or if you want me to answer a question that you have specifically. And then we'll do the Tarotscopes for all the signs. What is going on, you guys? That's weird. I don't see anything. Hi, Elizabeth. I just saw your comment. The heck? YouTube is hiding comments from me again. I swear. All right. Hi, Walter. Okay, so I don't see any comments, you guys. I don't know. Maybe YouTube's not working or on my end or something. Just not seeing anybody. But I'm just going to go ahead and if Norma answers, I'm just going to go ahead and do the Tarotscopes first. And I could break it down. Okay, so who wants what signs first? So we have, of course, the earth signs, the water signs, the fire signs, and then the air signs. So who wants which one first? Just let me know. Oh, there you are, Norma. Okay. Do you have a specific question that you want me to answer, or should I just pull a card for you? Just let me know. Stupid YouTube. YouTube saying that I have nobody watching. So this is really weird. Okay, just pull a card. Okay. And you guys in the audience, just let me know who you guys want for the Tarotscopes first, okay? And then I'll pick whoever answers first. Okay, Norma, let's see. What should I pull for you? Oh, okay. So I have this new galactic deck. So the starseed deck right here. Ooh, what? Can't really see it. There. It's the Starseed deck by who is it? Danielle Noel and Rebecca Campbell. It's so light, like see, it's this one. So I just got it recently, and I think it's awesome. I still favor this galactic deck, but let's try this out for you, Norma, because I was led to use it for you specifically. Let's see. Okay. All right, water it is after you, Norma. So we're going to do water signs after this for the Tarotscopes. Okay. Let's see, Norma. What do you need to know? Ooh, so Earth pulsing. So let me just show you the card. See if you could see that. Look how pretty that is. And there's a person laying down right here. You can see the outline. All right. So this one is all about taking time in nature and grounding. It's all about connecting to the mother as well as the earth spirits. I feel like there seems to be a lot of intensity going around with you, in particular, emotional intensity. And it feels like it's time for you to release it. You know, it feels like you have to just wash it down, you know, like let it out. And the mother can help you with that. She can help you release that energy and transmute it, as well as any type of like wanting for healing, like deep, really deep earth healing. Especially the lower chakras. They're showing me the lower chakras for you. That'll help with that. Okay. There is a when you do this, there seems to be like this pulling down. So there is a higher like a lot of activity in your higher chakras. So like from like the I would say like the heart on up, you have like this intense activity going on. There's this intensity with connecting to the higher realms, as well as you tend to be there a high majority of the time. So when you ground, because of the lower chakras are not in alignment with that, with the higher chakras usually, when you move the energy downwards, then that's how you ground it. Okay. So they're kind of showing this need for you to move it down. Okay. To really, really ground it, because then the higher realms or you feeling it gets out of control sometimes, where you start to feel everything because you're up here. Okay. You're up here. Right. You're up here seeing everything, you know, and feeling everything. And so when you ground things and you understand, you know, what these emotions are or where they're coming from and what's the need for them, or why you're feeling them, then you're able to release them for healing purposes. Okay. So you're doing a lot of what they're showing me, your galactic guides are showing me that you're doing a lot of healing for the collective. So it tends to definitely become intense, and so it tends to be there needs to be a balance or a release of it. Okay, so it's a good thing that you're doing it, but it's also necessary for you to use the earth for grounding. So maybe having a little bit of a break, taking a time away, disconnecting a little bit from the collective for healing purposes. Okay. And it's not that you're completely disconnected. It's more like you're disconnected enough for you to ground the energy, to release it onto the mother so that she can then transmute it and transform it into something better for herself. Okay. So that she can grow something out of it. Okay. And usually when we grow something out, or the mother grows something, is just something very positive. It changes the alchemy of the energy on the planet. Okay. And so because you are a healer in that sense of like the bigger picture healer, you tend to definitely have that intensity come in like a lot of the time. Okay. You tend to feel a lot of it. And so in order for you to take a little bit of a break, just grounded into the earth. Okay. So she's kind of showing this instead of walking barefoot outside, it's more like working with plants. So maybe if you don't have the ability to go out in nature, when you're feeling that intensity, that anxiety and stuff like that, or the sadness, maybe make something with an herbal tea drink. Maybe make something that is calming. Okay. Maybe go and eat something that's grounding, like a root vegetable or something like that. That'll help you with that. Okay. Because it's a physical thing that needs to happen. It's not just energetically, it's a physical release that needs to happen. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Norma. You don't get much rest. Yeah, see, because you're out there. You're out there. So, yeah. All right. So that's what I have for you. Okay, so now we're going to do the water signs, since Norma wanted the water signs. So I'm going to pick a card for the energy of the week for water signs, and then we're going to do 3 cards for them. Okay, so let's see what we have for water signs. Ooh, and we're going to do Scorpio first. All right, Scorpio is going to go first. Nope. Whoa. Okay. That one. This one too. All right. And that one. All right, so Scorpio, we have the Wheel of Fortune for you, okay? So the Wheel of Fortune is similar to the Wheel of the Year with the four directions and the four, energies of the elements, okay? So it's all about good luck as well as moving forward in your life and possibly some type of unexpected miracle that's going to happen this week for you, Scorpio. So for the energy of Monday and Tuesday, you have the Princess of Autumn, which is the equivalent of the page of the Page of Pentacles. So this one is all about career changes. Okay, there might be something that you need to learn in order for you to expand your horizons when it comes to your career. Maybe there's something that or someone's going to give you some type of opportunity. It feels like this door has opened for you to go towards a goal in particular, like some type of like a higher role, maybe a supervisory role, or maybe you becoming a manager or someone that's in charge of people. And so you have to go back to school or some type of certification course you're going to have to go take, like a leadership course or something like that, managerial course, in order for you to really be prepared for this role that you're going to take on. Okay, that means more money, more responsibility. So that means it's definitely gonna happen for you, Scorpio, for this Monday and Tuesday. There's gonna be it's like something that you've been wanting to do for a while, but you just never thought it would happen this quickly. Okay, so the next one is Wednesday and Thursday. So you have the Nine of Summer. So this is the equivalent of the Nine of Swords. Okay, so no, not Nine of Swords, Nine of Cups. Sorry about that. The Nine of Cups is all about your wishes coming true, things that you've wanted for a very long time, finally, coming in for you. Okay, so anything that makes you feel like you are definitely manifesting your reality, you're definitely in control of it. Okay, so that probably that information that you got Monday and Tuesday is leading to Wednesday and Thursday's energy, where you feel like anything can happen, like anything that you've ever wanted is finally coming to the surface, so you can finally be acknowledged for all the hard work you've done, and also benefit from what you are definitely stepping into. Okay, so everything, it's like you're being brought up into a new role, because there's something bigger that's happening in the background. Okay, and so it feels like you're gaining more responsibility, more money, more stability, because something bigger is coming. Okay, so now you have, for the weekend, you have the Four of Spring, which is the Four of Wands. So this is what's happening. This is the bigger thing. So this is all about celebrating all of your accomplishments, in a big way, being able to possibly celebrate that you're moving to a bigger home or a better home. Maybe you're getting a new car. Maybe you're finally getting married, or you are married, or you have like a baby coming in, or something like that. But it feels like it's definitely a shift in the right direction, in the life that you wanted for a very long time, Scorpio. So congratulations on that. So we're gonna move on with Cancer. Alicia says, I feel a lot of sadness at times. They have rose bushes that I tend to, but I will incorporate those other suggestions. Thank you. Very beautiful. You're welcome, Norma. And then she says, I have a bone to pick with a Scorpio. Don't we all? Just kidding. All right, so we have Cancer for the next one. Ooh. You water signs. What is going on with you water signs this week? You guys are thriving in the chaos. Everyone else is like screaming, like, it's going to be a horrible week. And then you guys are just like, we're going to have fun. All right, so we still have the Wheel of Fortune for the water signs. Okay, this is the main energy for water signs this week. So for this one, for Cancer in particular, it has to do with relationships. Okay, with love. It has to do with finding the one. It has to do with finally finding someone that you can really see a future with. Okay, so if those Cancers who are single, it feels like there's someone that's coming in or has always been there. But it really does feel like you really can see a future with this person. So we have the Wheel of Fortune that's definitely spinning your direction when it comes to love. Okay, it's really bringing that special someone to you. Okay, in a big way. So for Monday and Tuesday, you got the King of Spring, which is the King of Wands. So this might be a fire sign placement, which is kind of weird. Water and fire usually, like, there's an intensity in the relationship and an initial relationship, but then it tends to have a really intense, like, emotional roller coaster relationship too. So just be prepared for that. Emotions will be running high if you do end up with a fire sign. Okay. Here we go. So this is the King of Spring, which is the King of Wands. So this is someone that is definitely, emulating the power of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. There's definitely someone that is self-confident, very charismatic, very intense in a good way, but funny at the same time. Like they do take I know they do take things seriously, but they can also, make or poke fun at themselves. All right. So this is someone who's going to be financially stable. This is also someone who has great leadership quality and leadership skills, and also very, very like it kind of feels like an unexpected supporter of you, Cancer. Like you didn't expect to be supported in this way by a person like this. Okay, you probably thought of them as like, oh, this player, this joker, that's just a flirt, or just trying to get in my pants, things like that. But they've actually been your number one fan for a very long time, and so just be ready. Okay, this is someone that is definitely someone you never really expected to date, okay, or to have a serious conversation with. Okay, so the next card is Wednesday and Thursday, and this is the Six of Autumn, which is the equivalent of the Six of Pentacles. So this is all about everything that you have given of yourself is finally coming back to you. So that give and take relationship that you've had with others, or you started to finally implement, where you're giving and receiving, you're allowing yourself to receive, is finally coming back like intensely. Like you're finally getting those miracles that you've really wanted for a very long time, like unexpected flow of abundance type of miracles. Okay, even like getting out of debt, or finally getting the house that you've wanted, and getting a good price for it, or getting a good financial whatever contract for it. Okay, so it's definitely a highly unexpected, miraculous change of your fortune. Okay, so this is really, really good. So the next one is for the weekend, you got the Nine of Autumn, which is the Nine of Pentacles. Again, there seems to be a lot of money coming in, and there seems to be like, this is definitely supporting what it is that you want to create too, where you have like a bunch of like things or ideas that you want to implement. Maybe you have this idea where you want to be your own boss, but you've never been wanting, or you've never been able to do that because you've thought that you weren't financially stable at the time. Or maybe you have this idea where you really want to quit this job that makes you miserable, but again, you couldn't really move towards that because, again, finances were a problem. And I feel like the King of Wands is helping you with this too. Like maybe the King of Wands is the one that's going to hook you up with that, with encouraging you to really pursue your passions and really pursue what you desire in life, because he's probably going to be the backer of this financial stability that you've needed. It doesn't mean that you're taking his money. It just means that he probably has the right connections to get you where you want to go. Okay. And so that's really important to open yourself up to that, because it feels like this guy or girl is definitely going to be a good influence on you when it comes to wanting to really pursue something, that you've been wanting for a very long time without fear of failure or anything like that. Because he or she is going to be supportive, a very supportive person with whatever you desire. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Cancer. So next is Pisces. So with Pisces, let's see what you have, little fishy, for this week. Again, you have the energy of the wheel for this week, but let's see what you have for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All right, so we have that. Okay. Holy cow. Oh, wow. Okay. Here we go. Whoa. Okay. So you have you're kind of stuck in some energy right here, like some masculine principle energy here. So Pisces, exploring the masculine will definitely benefit you greatly this week. So that Wheel of Fortune energy is driving you towards the masculine principle, where you really set the intention to move forward with whatever it is that you want to implement. Maybe you have this wanting to change your life in the direction that is definitely very different and at sometimes intimidating for you. Maybe it feels like there's this change coming. Okay, Pisces, like this great intense change, but it's definitely going to benefit you at the end. Like there is going to be a lot of letting go, a lot of healing, the masculine within you, and even with relationships with other masculines. But it's also going to benefit you, because then you're going to be able to harness the masculine energy within yourself, okay, to go for whatever it is, the changes that you want to implement in your life without fear, without hesitation, okay, and with confidence, okay. So we have for Monday and Tuesday the King of Winter. So this is the King of Swords. All right. So this is a very strong masculine in the sense of intelligence as well as intellect. This is about logic and reason. Okay. This energy that's coming in is a logical, reasonable person. Okay. Someone who's a professional, someone who has been there and done it and can probably teach you. Okay. This is a person that's really experienced life. Someone that has really really holds the key to the knowledge that you need at this time, Pisces. So getting advice from this person is beneficial, especially at the professional level, where if there's something that you want to do career-wise, this person is definitely going to be very helpful and very encouraging with you going after this objective, this goal, okay? And they're also going to help you with your confidence levels, where if you have to be public, maybe you have a speech that you have to give, maybe you have to convince someone to be a benefactor or something like that. Maybe you have to be convincing when you have to talk to someone to partner up with you with this new endeavor that you want to create. And this person, this King of Swords, is going to give you the resources and the knowledge that you need in order for you to successfully help build that new idea or goal that you have in mind, okay, and to get people aligned with you to help you out with that, okay. So that's for Monday and Tuesday. So then we have Wednesday and Thursday, and you have the King of Autumn, which is the King of Pentacles. So again, masculine energy. So this person is someone who is very, very gifted when it comes to money, when it comes to finances, when it comes to investments, as well as accomplishing goals. Okay. So this can be a Taurus or Capricorn energy. I'm feeling like it's probably a Capricorn. And so this person's going to help you be more assertive, as well as, making sure that you plan things out thoroughly so that you don't miss something, okay? And making sure that you really keep people who are in alignment with your vision as well as with what it is that you want to build, okay? So you need people who are action prone, okay? You need people who are not going to hesitate. You need people who are definitely going to be aggressive and assertive. That's the type of people you need to surround yourself with, because sometimes you lack that, because you have self-doubt, or because you don't know how you're going to convince somebody to really understand you or what you desire to create. Okay. And so working with people like this, like with the earth and the sword energies, are really, really going to benefit you for this week if you're trying to get something off the ground. Okay. Especially if it's a business venture. Okay. So next one is for the weekend. You got the Two of Autumn, which is the Two of Pentacles. So this is all about making sure that you juggle work and play, okay? And making sure that you really do see that as like as a part of the whole, okay, that you're working towards. Yes, you have been very strict with yourself, Pisces, for the past few weeks, trying to create something that's going to be long lasting. But also they're saying make sure you take a break, in between, where you're making sure that you're juggling all of these multiple priorities that you have, and listing them from really important to not so important. Okay. So multitasking is the key here, as well as making sure you take breaks in between. Okay. So you don't get burnt out. When it comes to the creative juices that you have are infinite, but sometimes you do tend to get burnt out because you're too focused on something. Okay. And if it's not going your way, it does tend to make you a little bit pessimistic. Okay. So take a break when you need to, okay? When you're feeling like you're stuck, or you're feeling like you're running into a wall, that's when the universe is telling you take that break, okay? And recalculate or relax, and then allow the flow to come back in, okay? So the creativity flow. All right, so that's what I have for you, Pisces. So next, we're gonna do, let's see, who wants to go next? We have Earth and Fire and Air left over. So who wants what next? Let's see. I'm going to shuffle and wait until someone says something. All right. Oop. Let's see. If not, I'll pick. Okay. Let's see. I think I'm going to choose. So I'm feeling air signs next. So air signs. Let's see what we have for air signs for this week. The energy for the week for air signs. Okay. Ooh. And we're going to go with Libra first. Libra's going to go first. For some reason, I have Libra that popped up first. Okay. Ooh. Libra for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, Libra. Let's see. All right, for the air signs, so the energy of the week for the air signs is awakening, which is the hangman. Okay, so For you, Libra in particular, it's about indecision. And it feels like it has a lot to do with the direction that you're going when it comes to relationships with others, as well as career. I feel like there's this approach that you're taking that is just not working out for you. Like it's really stagnating your energy. It's really forcing you to reanalyze and redirect your energy. It feels like there's been a struggle somewhere along the line where you might have dropped the ball, or it might feel like you dropped the ball on something, and you're like kind of like, ah, shit, I shouldn't have done that, or I should have done this earlier, or something like that. So you're kind of like beating yourself up about it, okay? But it really doesn't feel like it's definitely a end all type of energy. It's more like it gave you the opportunity to really re-examine the direction that you're going and how you are constructing something. Okay, it's kind of like there's this foundation that you're building off of, and when you're building whatever it is that you're building, it maybe the structure of the building has like slowed down the way that because like it feels like there's like these blocks, right? You're putting these blocks down, but there's gaps in between them because you felt like you had to leave those gaps open for a reason, some type of energy that you wanted to come back or something like that. And so when you build other blocks above those blocks, it made it shaky. The actual structure is shaky because of those gaps. So they're telling you, remove the top blocks and push those blocks together so that the structure can be more stable, so you can continue to build higher and higher and higher. So the way that you're doing this is by reassessing and reanalyzing and redirecting your energy and refocusing it on what really matters to you. Okay, so now we're going to go for Monday and Tuesday. So the Princess of Summer, which is the Page of Summer, is the Page of Cups. You have this for Monday and Tuesday. So learning, okay, relearning something, re-examining something. It feels like there is a sensitivity as well as unexpected emotional connection that's going to happen, something new coming in. Okay, so again, like I said, it has to do with relationships for this week for you with the Hangman. So for you, maybe those gaps that you left in between those blocks were so that somebody can come back to you. But this Page of Cups is saying you don't need that person anymore. You just need to close that up because there's a new person coming to you. Okay, there's a new person, a new love, a new emotional connection, a new work through, I guess you could say. It's someone that's going to help you work through your issues. It's someone that's going to be definitely behind you, and you're going to learn a lot from them. So there seems to be a lesson to be learned from this person coming in. Maybe this person is a water sign. It feels very water sign-ish. So maybe they're going to help you with that too, with really tapping into that aspect of yourself too, the emotional aspect, the renewal of hope aspect within you. Okay, so here we go. We have the Prince of Summer, which is the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is coming in. It's like full force, full blown. Let's take action, right? This feels like it's definitely that where the challenges that you've perceived are finally you're finally maneuvering them successfully. So again, relationship aspects of yourself, you're finally maneuvering them successfully. You're finally letting go of the past, and you're seeing the future for the bright future that it is. You're finally like, hey, those gaps in those blocks are closed because I don't need the past anymore. I need to really focus on the present moment and what I want to truly create for the future off of that stable foundation that I had implemented a long time ago. And now the structure needs to be stable too. Okay, so the Prince of or the Knight of Wands is definitely one that's going to be like, let's close those things. Let's forget about that and let's move forward, because only looking forward will help you, Libra, in moving forward with this to manifest the desires that you want. Okay, and if it has to do with a new relationship, then it has to do with a new relationship. It feels like it's definitely something new coming in, something better. Okay, so next one is for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You got the 8 of Autumn, which is the equivalent of the 8 of Pentacles. So this is all about making sure that you do a lot of research before you proceed with the future plans that you have. Making sure that you really go learn more about possibly a business venture that you're trying to work with. Possibly you're going to go back to school or maybe get certified in something. Maybe there's an apprenticeship that's going to pop up and you need to really sit there and do this, or learning from someone who has experience in what it is that you want to work in. Okay, so career wise as well as relationships, it's like going to a wise mentor when it comes to relationships, when it comes to love. Maybe asking a friend that you trust about, what do you think about this person that I just met, or things like that, you know. So it really is a long-term thing that you're trying to create, and so you need to really ask or seek counsel from someone who's done it before, from someone who has all their bases covered, so that you feel more confident in taking that leap forward. Okay, so again, you definitely gotta get out of this energy. So you really do need to do more research and have someone that'll help you build your confidence levels in order for you to remove yourself from the hangman. So there's going to be a lot of contemplation, a lot of thinking that's going to happen this week, but also a lot of exploration and a lot of research. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Libra. So next we're going to do Gemini. So let's see what we have for Gemini. And we still have the awakening or the hangman energy for the air signs this week. Okay, so Gemini, let's see. Okay, they're falling into similar patterns. Okay, air signs. All right, so we have the 9 of Summer. So this is for the beginning of the week, Monday and Tuesday. So you're gonna feel like which is the 9 of Cups. Okay, you're gonna feel like anything can happen, everything's going your way, but you're also gonna have a little bit of like self-doubt. Okay, and that's coming from any fear-based limiting belief that you've had for a very long time, that's coming to the surface because of these transits that are happening. So your dreams are being fulfilled one at a time. But Gemini, you tend to overthink things sometimes. You tend to be like, well, if that is going to happen, then how is that going to happen? And who's going to do it for me? And what's the next step that I need to take for that? And this and this and that. And so it's just like you overthink all the time. And so they're saying, allow yourself to receive the miracles, allow yourself to allow the magic back into your life. And so the Monday and Tuesday is going to test you. Okay, it's going to test your belief in yourself and the belief in the abilities of manifestation that you have. Okay, and so we have the 8 of Autumn, which is the 8 of Pentacles, and again, this is all about learning to really perfect your craft. Okay, so this is maybe you're going into what I'm seeing for you is money and career, Gemini. And this is the thing that you have a doubt about. Okay. The doubt is coming from you thinking that you might not be able to pull it off. You thinking that you might not have the money or enough stability in order for you to pull it off. Or you thinking that maybe you'll get bored. Eventually it might go southwards with this new venture that you're seeking out. So the 8 Pentacles is going to give you the stability that you need, because you're going to have more information on what you're trying to go towards. You're going to have more education. You might have to go and seek wise counsel for this, or go back to, I guess, some type of school setting for this. Maybe it's going to be a mentorship that you're going to seek out, or even traveling to do some seminars or some retreats or something like that, to learn more about how to proceed with this endeavor. Okay, what's the next step to take? Okay, so it feels like there's definitely long-term projects that you're going to start off for Wednesday and Thursday. But again, don't doubt yourself. Things are happening for a reason, because you're making it happen. Okay, because you've wanted this for a while, and just let the miracles come in. Okay, so for the weekend, you have the Four of Winter, which is the Four of Swords. So this is, again, making sure you take the proper steps to rest. Okay, so all of that overthinking, you need to stop that. Okay, you need to trust your intuition. You need to trust that whatever came in on Monday, all that good stuff that's coming in on Monday, is that you deserve it. Okay, you deserve it because you've worked towards it. Okay, so just take time to rest, occupy your mind with positive thoughts, as well as just solutions, and wondering this or that can be done later. Okay, so just seek a little bit of alone time, and a need for you to connect, or meditate, or even sleep. Take some rest. And then you'll feel much better, and you won't doubt yourself anymore. Okay, so because you're going a little bit cuckoo about that. Okay, about doubting yourself. So again, trust yourself, Gemini. All right, next one is Aquarius. Let's see what we have for Aquarius this week. So again, we have the awakening energy for the week for Aquarius. But let's see what we have for the week. Okay. All right, Aquarius. So you are in the Hangman energy, like it's more intense than anything for you right now when it comes to relationships. Okay, so here we go. Five of Winter, Five of Swords. You may have felt like you're gaining traction when it comes to this energy that you're trying to fight. Okay, maybe there are people who are opposing you in your life right now, Aquarius. Maybe there is a relationship that has been weighing heavily on your heart because it's not going, it's not going the right way. It feels like you're in the Hangman energy, trying to contemplate of what's the next step to take. But the Five of Swords is telling you realize that anything that you've done, or any type of argument that you're involved in, is not going to lead you to that which you really desire, which is peace. Okay, there's no winners in war. Okay, you might have won battles here and there, but ultimately there are no winners in the wars, okay, that we fight with one another. Okay, so something is really like this argument in particular is not worth it anymore. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your frustration. It's not worth your anger. It's not worth it at all. Okay, so you're going to be thinking about that. You're going to be thinking about, like, what are you going to do? Are you going to continue to fight with this person? Are you with this person? It feels like the words are just coming in and then out the other ear for this person. You're the only one that's really emotionally invested in this, and they're not. Okay, and so it's kind of like useless. Okay, it's useless to try to convince them otherwise. Okay, and so anyway, that's definitely Monday and Tuesday's energy. You're really going to feel that intensity with the transits this Monday and Tuesday. So for Wednesday and Thursday, you got the 10 of Winter, which is the 10 of Swords. It's time for you to walk away. So the resolution for any difficulty for you, Aquarius, especially when it comes to this type of relationship, is to walk away. It's to just be like, I'm wiping my hands clean from you. I'm done. Okay. And this is definitely going to help you with feeling like a release. Okay. You're going to feel relieved as well. Like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders when you finally end that cycle of just toxicity with this person. Okay. That going in and out and all around and just giving so much of yourself and you know, and not really feeling feedback from the other person. Okay. So it's definitely releasing that. Okay. And you're going to finally feel that release and the relief of letting go. Okay. So next one is for the weekend, the 7 of spring, which is the 7 of wands. So this is being assertive, okay, taking action, okay. This is like an Aries energy, I feel, and a Sagittarius as well, because Sagittarius are really good at just letting things go, like leaving things behind. Like we're like, that's not working, bye. You know, like if we have a relationship, like we'll be like, okay, I'll give you a second chance, and then after that second chance, okay, I'm done, we're gone, we're deuced out. Like Aries does the same thing. And so don't back down. Okay. Be assertive. If you said something, like you promised yourself, you're going to let things go. You're going to let that person go. You're finally going to be free of them, of the toxicity and things like that. Then do it. Okay. Block them. All right. Delete their phone number. Make sure they cannot contact you. Make sure you tell everybody that it's over. If it's somebody that's a romantic affiliation, that's easier. But if it's a family member, it's a little bit harder. But make sure the right people know, hey, if they ask for me, don't give them any information. Don't tell them where I live. I don't want them to know where I live. You know, things like that. And so definitely have the courage to let things go. Definitely have the courage to stand up for yourself and really choose your happiness and your sanity over anything else. And so that's what the 7 of wands is telling you. It's like, you need to fight for you. Okay. You cannot fight with someone to keep them if they don't want to be kept. So you need to fight for you, for your happiness, for your sense of, you know, your well-being in every sense of the word. Okay. And so it's really important for you, Aquarius, to contemplate this week, and then finally on the weekend take action on that. Okay. So that's what I have for the air signs. All right, so we're gonna see. We still have fire and earth left over. So if somebody wants fire or earth, let me know which one you guys want first. If not, I'm gonna choose. And so I'm gonna choose for you guys. All right. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. I'm just going to go ahead and choose Earth. Whoop! Earth it is. That's the energy for the week for Earth. And let's see who's going to go first. We're going to do Virgo first. We're going to do Virgo. I feel Virgo. My Virgo rising is like, we're doing me first. So Virgo rising. All right. So the energy of the week for the Earth signs is the Magician energy. So this is going to be awesome for you guys. Let's see, Virgo. For Monday and Tuesday. Whoop. Whoop. Wednesday and Thursday. Whoa. Okay. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Ooh, nice. All right, Virgo, you're going to have a good week this week. All right, so you have the Magician card this week, Virgo. For you in particular, it's about just making instant manifestation happen in your life when it comes to, it feels like it's definitely money as well as relationships, okay? It's like those two go hand in hand with you. Like if one of these things in your life isn't like good, it affects the other. It's like this symbiotic type of relationship when it comes to like the earth signs. That's, I always see this symbiotic relationship between their emotions and their manifestation abilities. Like when it comes to like really thriving, everything has to be supportive. Okay, like your entire family life as well as relationships with others has to be very supportive in order for an earth sign to thrive, okay, and manifest what they want and desire. Because if it's not supportive, if there's things that are broken, you guys tend to want to unbreak them and fix them, right? First, before you focus on really asking the universe for what you want, okay? And so Virgo, this is what you're gonna run into this week. It's like you're wanting to fix everything else before you ask what you desire, okay? And the full moon in Aries is going to tell you, nah, it's time for you to just ask. Even if you have chaotic energies with the relationship with other people, or maybe your home life isn't that great, you still need to ask for what you desire, because you still need to really, really focus on you. Okay, Virgo. And so that's what I feel like the magician energy is going to bring you, is a refocusing on you for this week. Okay, so we have the 8 of Autumn for Monday and Tuesday, and this is the 8 of Pentacles, again, a refocus on you. This is you learning something new, making sure that you cover all your bases and you educate yourself for what it is that you want. So like this is like career wise. So if there's something that you desire to do, maybe you want to get ahead in your career. Maybe there is a position of authority, which is going to give you both the benefit of a better kind of like a schedule, as well as more money and more stability in that sense, as well as more responsibility. Then you need to do research on how to get that position. Okay, maybe you have to go back to school, or maybe you have to take a certification course and something like that, or maybe you have to market yourself better. You know, whatever it is that you need to do it, Virgo. Okay, do your research. This is a long-term thing. Okay, these are long-term goals. This position is going to lead to something bigger and better, long term. Okay, so I feel like you're definitely going to make it into like you're like going to test for something, or you're going to get some type of degree or some type of certification, so you could get this position of authority and money and a better schedule. So that's what I feel like that's coming to you for Monday and Tuesday. For Wednesday and Thursday, you got the Queen of Winter, which is the Queen of Swords. I feel like this is somebody that you have to let in your life. Like it feels like it's a new relationship with someone, possibly an air sign. Virgos are like earth signs. They're like, oh, hell no. An air sign, oh, hell no. Just kidding. But it feels like there is an air quality to this person because of how very independent they are. They're self-sufficient, they're strong, they're practical, and they're really funny. Like they're really witty, like they're really quick-witted. Okay, it feels like this person is definitely going to teach you how to really focus on yourself, really let other people go. This relationship has to happen, you guys. This Virgo, you need this air sign energy quality, okay? Because you need to break away from having to fix people or having to fix a lost cause, and really refocus on you, okay? And really ask for what you desire and what you want, okay? And so this air sign, this air quality that's coming in, this feminine energy, is gonna teach you that. They're gonna be like, look, let's wake up out of this wanting to save everyone mentality, and let's really focus on what you want. Okay, if you're not happy, then really own that. Okay, really say it how it is, okay? And because of these transits, you're definitely going to have to dig deep on that, okay? You're definitely going to have to reveal that what is hidden within you, Virgo, and it's going to be intense, and it's going to be something uncomfortable because you're so used to fixing other people's problems that when you're going to have to fix yourself, you're just like overwhelmed, okay? But this air quality is going to help you with that feeling of overwhelming intensity, and trying to logically really assess what's going on internally, okay? So you need this, okay? This energy in your life, okay? So that you can finally break free from anything that's holding you back and weighing you down, anything that's causing you to not manifest what you desire, okay? So anything that's causing you to not step into the magician authority or power, okay? So as soon as you do that, you got the 3 of Summer, which is the 3 of Cups. And this is definitely great news coming in. As soon as you release all of that stuff, release the people who are not, who are just, sucking you dry pretty much, energetically speaking, as well as emotionally and even financially, then you finally step into the 3 of Cups, where you find people who are definitely trustworthy, who are definitely have your back, who definitely cherish you for who you are, and it's like you're going to celebrate with them. You're going to give them great news about this job position that you're going to get, and all of this, like, just fantastic news is going to come in for the weekend because you're manifesting it. You're finally in the magician position to manifest that into your reality. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Virgo. All right, so next, let's see who we're going to do next. I think we're going to do Capricorn next. Yes, we'll do Capricorn next. All right. Capricorn. Capricorn. Oh, that one's cute. Holy shit. Oh, okay, Capricorn. This is something new. All right, so Capricorn's like, what? Why are you laughing? All right, hold on, you guys. Okay, so again, Capricorn, you're in the magician energy. The magician is all about really manifesting anything that you desire, really changing your life, okay? Like, there's no way you can ever look back. There is no way you can ever, just, there's kind of like a focus on the present and the future energy, and also on success, okay? Success in your life, and in every direction, and every which way that you can always, you can even think about. So we have the Ace of Summer, which is the Ace of Cups, and this is about your cup running over with joy, with abundance, with love, with everything that you've ever desired, Capricorn. It feels like there's a brand new start, a new beginning happening for you. And the magician is definitely thriving in this energy for Monday and Tuesday. Your heart has finally expanded in that direction of manifesting a real stable relationship too. Like, it feels like it's relationship as well as a new fresh new start. Maybe you're already in a relationship and you're having a fresh new start, like a rekindling of the flame, okay, of passion that you guys have for one another. Or maybe there feels like a rebirthing energy, like you close the door on something, and then you had that death, or the Tower, and then that death that happened, and now you have this Ace of Summer, or the Ace of Cup of rebirth, okay? When it came to a relationship, or the cycles of toxic relationships finally ending, and you're allowing that to end, and this rebirth just happened, where you have a new relationship coming in, that is fresh, that is definitely more complementary to you and what you desire to create and build. Okay. So that's awesome. The next one is Wednesday and Thursday, and you get the Ace of Swords. So new beginnings again. So this has to do with career. This has to do with the way that your mindset is about your goals. Okay. So because it's the Ace of Swords, it's about the mind, about your mindset. And also because it has the backing of the Magician, it's always the mind as well with the Magician, because it has a lot to do with air quality of manifesting. This is all about making sure you communicate what it is that you desire. Maybe there's an opportunity coming in to make more money, and you need to communicate that to your partner or your friends or someone who you're aligned with, or you have an allegiance with too, that is definitely going to help you boost that, going towards that goal. Pretty much, that's going to boost your courage to go towards that goal. Okay. Don't be deterred with any bump in the road or any challenge that might come in. And I know you're not. You know how to go through them. Okay. You're more of like a like you're just like, I'm going through it. I'm not gonna allow it to stop me or slow me down. So new ideas are coming in, a new flow of just creativity that's coming in, as well as that things that should be just grounded into the earth that needs to be manifested. Okay, so again, it has a lot of this air quality to it. Like the ideas that you have need to really be solid. Okay, you need to cover all of your bases. You need to make sure that you talk to the right people in order for you to be the Magician and manifest them into this reality. Okay, so this is all about goals and career. So the next one is the Queen of Autumn. This is what you're going to step into as soon as you get all of this done. Okay, so you're going to step into your true calling, the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles is you, Capricorn, in the feminine sense. Okay, so you have the masculine Magician. You have the masculine Magician, the air quality, and then you have the Queen of Pentacles, who is the feminine earth quality. And so when you work together, because in the medicine wheel, the air and the earth are at the opposite ends of the medicine wheel. And then, of course, we have fire and then water. Okay. So the air and the earth, when they combine and work together, are extremely powerful. Okay. And so that being said, you step into your true power of creative force, energy of the feminine, of a generous, of gracious, practical, independent, and wise ruler over your domain, over your life, and so definitely someone who is respectable, definitely someone who creates out of nothing, pretty much like you just manifest out of thin air because of the Magician energy. Okay, and you're finally living the life of luxury, of beauty and abundance that you've always desired, Capricorn. And you do this through your connections. Okay, you do this through other people as well as through a stable relationship, as like you feel the stability of the home, and therefore you step into the stability of the Queen of Pentacles, because the Magician is the one that manifests that into this reality. So for this full moon in Aries, be in the Magician energy, because eventually you step into the Queen of Pentacle energy for the rest of your life, pretty much. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Capricorn. All right, next one is Taurus. Let's see, Taurus. Let's see what they have for you. Oh. Sorry, you guys. I'm trying to. Okay. Shuffle for Taurus. Again, we are still in the Magician energy for the earth signs. Let's see. Ooh. You earth signs are making some big moves, huh? Ooh. All right. So the Magician energy for you, Taurus, is all about creating the home that you want with a perfect partner. I feel like if you're single, you're still looking. You're still looking for the perfect partner, someone who is supportive, who is going to take a supportive role actually in your life. Taurus is going to be the king of the castle, even if it's a feminine. It's going to keep the king of the castle. All right. Whatever Taurus says goes. All right. But so that's why you need a supportive partner, a partner who is not afraid to take a supportive role in the relationship. Okay. But also understands when to take charge. Okay. So this partner might have a fire quality to them. It might be a Leo. I feel like there's a Leo quality to them. I don't know why. I feel like there's definitely a Leo energy in this role. Okay, because Leo knows when to take charge, but they also know when to support. Okay, or maybe they're I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so we have Monday and Tuesday, the Queen of Spring, which is a fire sign, is a Queen of Wands. So this is a very funny, very charismatic, very loyal and friendly person, very sexual as well. Like there's a sensuality to them, a sexual quality to them. They're very self-confident. They do take action when they need to, fearlessly. I would say they are fearless. They do maintain balance though between work and play, between home and career. And so this is someone that you need, Taurus, in your life, someone that's going to help you balance that work and play. Okay, because it's necessary for you, because sometimes you are a workaholic and you dive deep into work, and then when you do have a day off, you're either contemplating on work or you're like relaxing to the point that you're overindulging. And so you need someone who's going to help you balance that, okay, to really have a healthier lifestyle, as well as a healthier outlook on career. Okay, and so it feels like this fire quality, the feminine fire quality, is going to be assisting you with that. And with the Magician energy and combined with everything, it's definitely a manifestation of your desire to be acknowledged, to be supportive, as well as to be, when you need to, when you're too exhausted to lead, so your partner can lead for you. Okay. So next one is the Princess of Summer. So the Princess of Summer is the equivalent of the Princess of, or the Page of Cups. So this is a very sensitive and gentle soul, very kind and very naive or inexperienced, very young at heart. Okay, so it feels like it's an inner child type of energy to this, inner child quality to this. So maybe Taurus, it's time for you to explore the inner child. Okay, it's time for you to have some fun. It's time for you to possibly go on a vacation where you're just relaxed and not bothered by the demands of the world. Okay, and maybe you need a friend who has that quality about them, who knows how to do that, who knows how to make you laugh, who knows how to help you connect to your inner child, so that you can definitely work with that energy more, so that you can definitely balance work and play. And so it feels like it's definitely a water sign, but also a fire. But whoever's around you that has that quality, work with them, okay? So that you can finally allow yourself to release the world, okay? It's like Atlas carrying the world. That's Taurus, okay? And so the Magician energy will definitely benefit from your inner child energy, so that you can have a great imagination to manifest, and not allow the worries of the world, or even the pessimistic attitudes of others, stop you from manifesting what you desire with the Magician energy this week. Okay, so the next one is the Ace of Spring, which is a new beginning, which is the Ace of Wands. And so this one is definitely a time for you to take action for what it is that you desire to manifest in your reality. The Magician is all about the mind, is about making plans as well as downloading information, thinking about the future, thinking about how things are going to manifest. And then the Ace of Spring, which is the Ace of Wands, is taking action on that. Okay. So moving the air quality into the fire quality, it's going to help you with really having a zeal or a passion for what you desire and really allowing yourself to go for those goals. Okay. Really pursuing your happiness, what makes you happy, really going for those career opportunities or even the romantic opportunities that are coming in. Okay, Taurus. So treasuring your dreams, allowing the inner child in, and that enthusiastic fire energy to assist you with what you want to manifest this week. So definitely Aries quality too. Like I feel like there's a heavy Aries quality that you're going to definitely tap into this week, Taurus. So it's going to be fun. All right. So that's all I have for you, earth signs. Finally, we have our fire signs. I know fire, you're very impatient. And this really does help with patience. Okay. Especially with the transits that are happening this week. Okay. So we're going to do fire, which is my final one. So let's see what we have for this week, you guys. I am a fire sign. I have a Sag sun. So we'll see what we got going on. Oh, okay. We're going to keep shuffling because that was like too many cards at once. So let's see. Shuffle. Fire signs. Ooh, okay. All right, and let's see who we're going to do first. We're going to do Aries because Aries, I love you guys, and I know you guys have been patiently waiting, and now you're just like, no, we're going to go first. So Aries, we're going to do your first. Holy cow. Damn, Aries, you guys are like, no joke. Like, hurry up. All right. Well, okay. Okay. All right. Here we go, Aries. Okay, you guys are like, hurry up, let's go. Okay, so we have the strength card for this week for the fire signs. For you, Aries in particular, I feel like this has a lot of inner power or inner oomph coming up from your energy. Like it feels like a force to be reckoned with. It feels like you overcame a lot of obstacles, especially with your mindset. Like if you had any doubt about your ability to succeed, it has definitely been tossed aside, like meaning like you finally conquered that Goliath. Okay. So this is definitely any type of challenges, you have overcome those challenges. Even when it comes to emotions, like emotional challenges with people, like maybe there was a situation with a person that was trying you, like emotionally, like manipulating you emotionally, like saying words like, oh, this and that, making you feel guilty for how you are. Okay. And so you've definitely been tested and you're definitely overcoming that. Okay. And you finally found it in your heart to let it go. Okay. Let it go and know that this person, no matter how hard you tried to just, fix a situation or even to tell them, hey, you know what, that's not who I am. And you're just making shit up. You're finally like, oh, whatever, deuces, I don't need you. Like you have nothing to do with what's going on in my life. So I don't need to bother with you anymore. And so you're at the strength of forgiveness as well as letting things go. Okay. You're embracing the true strength of yourself within you and not being shy of or even backing away from your light and or even shining that light in the world, because again, you've been tested many times with many people who try to pretend that they know you or try to say something stupid about you to others others to try to convince them that you're a bad person, or you're just mean spirited or things like that. And now you're like, whatever, you know what, I don't care if they believe it, I don't care. Like, you're at that point of like, fuck that, I'm gonna shine regardless. Okay, so here we go. Monday and Tuesday, you have the King of Winter, which is the King of Swords. So this is a person who is super, super knowledgeable, intelligent, a very experienced person, very disconnected or detached, in a way of like a positive way, not in a way that they're like cold. Okay, it's more like they're fair. Okay, they're balanced in that seeking fairness. Okay, they see the bigger picture. Okay, so this person is coming in to give you advice regarding these other shitty people, where they're just like, hey man, like, you're doing such a great job. Like, they're encouraging you to continue. Okay, to continue to stick up for yourself, to continue to share your world, with others, to continue to shine your light, and to continue to be you. Okay, because they love you for who you are. And this person is definitely like, has your back. This person's like, look, you did nothing wrong. We all know the truth. These other people are whack. They're judgmental. They're making shit up all the time. Okay, so that's the person that is coming in to assist you with moving forward in your life, and not, and not feeling guilty for that. Okay, for letting things go. Okay, for letting other people go that don't support you. Okay, so again, this is a person that's going to teach you a lot about how to really hone in on your power, and your highest potential. I feel like this person is definitely going to help you with tips and tricks regarding like a new way of thinking, as well as a new way of presenting yourself when it comes to your profession, or your career. Like, they have like this great advice regarding success and what makes a person successful. It's definitely an air quality to them. Maybe they have a Gemini quality to them, or maybe they have like a Libra-ish quality to them. I feel like there's definitely an air quality, even Aquarius quality, because Aquariuses are really good at public speaking. Even though they don't want to do it, they're still really good at it. It feels like, because they're setting you up to do that, Aries, it feels like you're definitely going to be out in a crowd, and possibly speaking regarding something that you're backing, or even your own like philosophies about life. Okay, so definitely watch out for this person coming in Monday and Tuesday. Next one is Wednesday and Thursday. You have the Four of Winter, which is a Four of Swords. So time for you to relax and take recovery time, like a recovery time. So it feels like there's a need for you to disconnect from the world, disconnect from some drama, disconnect from those dramatic people that I said about earlier, and really refocus on the inner you. Really refocus on recovering. Okay, and even a need for you to really take a break. Maybe you need to take some vacation time. Maybe you need to just stay at home with your family, and really focus on them and yourself, so that you guys can do whatever you need to do to make you feel better. Okay, to make you feel like you're at 100%. Okay, so that's what we have for Wednesday and Thursday. And then, of course, for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you have the Four of Spring, and this is the Four of Wands. So this is like being in gratitude, because there's miracles happening every day in your life, Aries, especially because of the Strength card. It feels like you've overcome a lot of things, and you really focused on the miracles that are coming in. There's things that you're celebrating. Maybe someone's recovering from something. Maybe you're recovering from a bad relationship, or you're finally left something like that behind, and you're finally celebrating your freedom again, or maybe you've recovered from a health scare, and you're finally celebrating your health, or someone is. It feels like you're finally at peace on the weekend. You have this great energy that is finally making you feel at peace, content, and finally balanced in your personal life. Okay, so that's definitely a positive thing that's happening for you, Aries. So that's all I have for Aries. Okay, next one we're going to do is Leo. We're going to do Leo next. And again, we have the strength card for fire signs. Oh. Okay. Okay. Ooh, okay. So for Leo, I feel like this has to do with relationships too. But this has to do with professional relationships. Okay. I feel like there is a connection between personal and professional relationships in your life. Like, your professional relationships tend to start off as personal friendships. Okay, so it does feel like when you or when you work with someone, you end up being friends too. Okay, so it could be vice versa. It feels like there's definitely a need for you to connect at that level of friendship with everyone that you're involved with everyone that you work with on a professional level, because you want to trust them and you want them to trust you. You want to rely on them and you want to be relied on. And so it's kind of like a very they all coincide or they all mesh together, where there is no real line or real, like, there's just, it's blurred. Everything is blurred because everything is coincides and coexists in that way with your relationships, Leo. So they really can't feel like you're secure, or you can share yourself or your whatever secrets or who you really are with people who are just at a professional level. You really have to have a good relationship, like a friendship, a trusting relationship with someone before you can open yourself up to letting people in completely. Okay, because you're just that type of person. You're just a people person. Sometimes you're very sociable and you tend to be like, yeah, like, I like people, but I want them to like me too. Okay, so there's that personality trait about you, Leo. So how are you going to rule over the kingdom if they don't love their king or queen? So that's how I see Leo with that. So they really have to have a personal relationship with you. Okay, so that's what the strength card comes in. It's like this need for you to connect at that level with people, because there's been situations in the past that have come up where you've thought you had a good relationship with someone, but they really saw you as just secondary, and so you never really saw anybody as secondary. And because of that, it has really messed with you, Leo. It has really, like, made you feel like you're not appreciated. Okay, and so that's why it's really important for you to have a trustworthy friend, even if it's a colleague. You need to trust them. Okay, you need to trust that they're going to do the right thing. You need to trust that they're going to not screw you over, things like that. And so that strength card brings that to the surface. Okay, and so anyway, we have Monday and Tuesday, the 5 of spring. The 5 of spring is the 5 of wands, and so this is definitely different opinions, different goals rising, and there's going to be like a little bit of conflict. So this is definitely that transit. Monday and Tuesday, those transits are really going to hit you hard, Leo, where you're going to feel like you're at odds with other people and also at odds with yourself, because you're going to doubt yourself. You're going to doubt your vision. Okay, you're going to doubt the route that you're taking because of those opposing forces, because of those relationships with other people. And that's why it's really important for you to have good friendships with people, because you could really actually communicate this with them without getting into a complete falling out, but really mending the relationships, really expressing your needs and your wants in that professional relationship, as a friendship too. Really telling them, hey, you know, I feel like you did this without consulting me, and I feel like you betrayed me. Like, you really need to express that, Leo, and you really need to do it because you trust the person, trust them enough that they're going to listen. Okay. And so that 5 of spring is coming up Monday and Tuesday, because you're going to have that conversation with someone soon, where you're going to be like, hey man, like, what you did or what you said to so and so was not supposed to be said, or what you did, or whatever with so and so, I really feel like I can't trust you because of that, you know. And so having that conversation is going to come up for the 5. So that's really going to take a lot of strength in your behalf to open up like that to whoever this is. Okay. So anyway, next one is the 2 of autumn. This is for Wednesday and Thursday, and this is a 2 of Pentacles. So this is all about balancing relationships as well as with career. So bringing in a sense of you know, new fresh energy into your life is really important because of the heaviness that's coming in for this week because of the transits. Juggling, you know, your priorities, making sure you make room for yourself, making sure you make room for relaxing as well as for fun, because it feels like you do tend to overwork yourself, Leo, and to the point that you get really just annoyed with other things that might take your attention away from what you're trying to create. And so the universe is like, you need to take a little bit of a break. When you get annoyed, that means that's an indication that you need to take a break. Okay, take 5 minute break. All right, go, you know, have some ice cream or, you know, whatever makes you happy for 5 minutes, and then go back to what it is that you need to refocus on. Okay, and so definitely it's all about balancing work and play, making sure that you're allowing time for that. Okay, and so again, this is definitely a test for the transits that are coming in for you, Leo. Okay, so next one is the weekend. So we have the Prince of Summer, the Prince of Cups, or the Knight of Cups. So this is a new energy coming in. It feels, Leo, like it feels like definitely a relationship with a water sign. Like, remember when I said that to, who was the water sign that I sent it to, that they're, oh, Cancer. So maybe it's a Cancer sign that you're going to have a relationship with, something like that you've really didn't expect. Like, it's someone that you had a good friendship with, that you trust, and all of a sudden you just started to see them in a different light, or they did something that you just knew, oh my god, this person has been there all this time. So it might be a Cancer, nurturing energy, or even someone who has nurturing energy in their chart, like a Cancer placement. So be open to that, okay? Because it feels like this is a very romantic partner, very captivating, very flirtatious and sexual intensity type of relationship. So you're definitely going to fall in love like that, all right? Like being swept off your feet, like the perfect romance. so just make sure you are grounded and prepared for this, Leo, because you're probably thinking, I'm never gonna have a relationship with anyone else, and because the last relationship was so shitty, I just want to date and that's not be serious. And then this partner comes in and they're like, hey, what's up? And you're just like, I love you. So be ready for that, Leo, because you deserve all good things. Okay, you've gone through a lot of things, and this person does retain the qualities that you desire in a partner, where they're loyal, they're not afraid to be in the supportive role, they're also gonna be faithful, and they're gonna be very trustworthy that you need, and they're gonna be a friend too. You're going to have this friendship, this really deep understanding, this kindred type of spiritual connection, as well as this really sexual connection with this partner. So I'm just letting you know this one's there, okay? This one's coming, all right, Leo? So that's what I have for Leo. Okay, so next one is Sagittarius. So again, we have the strength card for the fire signs this week. Sagittarius, let's go ahead and shuffle for you for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, let's see. Sagittarius. Again, this can apply for your sun, moon, or rising, whatever placement you have Sagittarius in, as well as every other, like beforehand, all the other Tarotscopes beforehand. Okay, so here we go. Oh, hey, Susan Lee. Hi. I know it's been a while, huh? You're saying this is perfect timing for Sagittarius. Yay! Okay, so you guys, you're my last ones for Sagittarius, my last Tarotscope. If you guys missed the ones prior, as soon as this uploads, you definitely can go back and look for it. I think we've been in for like an hour already doing a Tarotscope, so go back an hour, and it's starting with like water. Then the second ones are gonna be the second one is air, and then earth, and then this one is fire. This is the last one, okay? But remember to go through the transits too, because this is going to be an intense week, especially because we're going into a full moon in Aries this week. So it's going to be intense for everyone, okay? So just make sure you review the transits as well. So anyway, Sagittarius, we have the strength card for you this week. So this one's all about career. I feel like there's a career thing as well as a relationship thing. Again, it feels like if one part of your life is really, really good, the other one usually has some help or needs some help. Okay. Sagittarius, you always refocus your energy, but sometimes you're really successful at balancing things, especially if you have any type of like earth quality to your chart. There's always a need for balance of relationships and a career. So I feel like the strength card is definitely helping you through that. You had a lot of issues with finances and hiccups when it comes to relationships in the past, but they taught you things along the way. They taught you how to refocus on yourself. They taught you to really trust your intuition. They've even taught you to really rely on you. Okay, like really, if you're wanting to take action on something, the only person you really can rely on is you. So it's really all about strengthening your resolve, as well as placing you back into your power. Okay, so the strength card is playing that role for you this week. Was like they're kind of like highlighting your true potential to create the life that you want, highlighting your true power and motivation and passion for it. Okay, and so it's definitely like giving you like this you've overcome all this stuff because you're being set up for a great adventure, a great new outlook on life, as well as a great new role to take on. Okay, so for Monday and Tuesday, you got the 9 of Autumn. So this is the 9 of Pentacles. So this is, again, rewarding yourself, abundance coming in, just being happy with the success that you have in this life now, okay, or the success of something coming in. Even like if you're a business owner, the success of your business, like it feels like is definitely having that optimistic outlook and highlighting all of the stuff that you've overcome in the past to help you with that refocusing of your energy in a positive mindset, in an optimistic mindset, and like I can do anything mindset, because we are going into the Aries full moon and you need that, okay, to manifest everything that you've desired. Okay, we're still in harvest season, so heck yeah, get what you want, right? So cherishing this time, making sure that you have an optimistic outlook on everything, okay, that you've succeeded or you've gone through thus far. Okay, so next one is Wednesday and Thursday. So for the 7 of winter is the 7 of swords. So this one is like making sure you see things clearly, making sure that you take a better choice. Okay, like it feels like there's definitely a struggle happening with your inner self, even with other people around you, because it's like a mirror effect with you, Sagittarius. When you are upset, when things are not going your way, it reflects on your outside world. Like it kind of like does tend to go into and manifest into your reality so that you can refocus on what's really going on internally. Okay, so if you're not seeing things clearly, if you're running away from the truth, or if you're hiding or throwing energy out there to avoid certain situations, or saying words to avoid certain conversations, then Wednesday and Thursday is definitely telling you, hey, no, we have to really, really, really make sure that we deal with this. Okay, make sure that we really deal with this situation, because it's internal as well as external. And like I said, for the transits this week, there's a lot of issues with the masculine energy or masculine principle. There might be an issue with your own masculinity, like the way that you see masculine energy in your life, the way that the role of the masculine has taken on a different distortion or form in your relationships with masculines. Okay, so that's the conversation that needs to happen, is because it's an internal thing too, because you are a fire energy, you have masculine energy in you more than anything, but it needs to be balanced with feminine. Okay, so we have to balance that out. And so if we go and confront what's the issue with the masculine principle, then we can confront that inside of ourselves too. Okay, and we can heal that. All right, so that's what the Seven of Swords is bringing us, is making sure that we really see things for what they are. We really confront these things with the masculine. Okay, so, and I told you guys a little bit about my issue with my dad in the beginning with the transit. So if you haven't watched that, I suggest you go back and review it, because it's really hitting us this week, especially fire signs. Like it's really hitting us this week. All right. So next one is for the weekend, the Four of Spring. So this is what's leading it to this climax right here, is the Four of Wands. So the happily ever after that you really desire and want, Sagittarius, is attainable as soon as we do this. Okay, get this out of the way, heal that, mend whatever wounds we need to mend, because the Nine of Autumn, or the Nine of Pentacles, is fruition. It is obtainable. It is like everything money wise as well as stability that brings us to this, brings us to the celebration, brings us to this feeling of success, this feeling of gratefulness, gratitude, as well as happily ever afters that we really desire. So that Strength card is going to help us through this. Okay, it's going to help us through these transits, through these revelations, through this truth that needs to be revealed, okay, and healed, and so that we can finally succeed in the way that we've wanted for a very long time. Okay, Sagittarius. So that's all I have for you guys. So that's all I have, you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. And I'll see you guys next week. I've been on for like 2 hours and 30 minutes. So I'll go ahead and get off of here. And oh no, I'll see you guys tomorrow, because we're going to do Toltec Tuesdays tomorrow, which is energy healings. Okay, so if you guys want to purchase, you have to purchase before the live tomorrow. And you guys just go to my website, www.StariAri333.com, under the YouTube live events tab, to purchase either a energy evaluation, an energy healing and alignment, or that's it. Okay, that's all you got. Okay, so that's going to happen tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Mountain, and 9 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so that's available for you guys for tomorrow. And I'll also be talking about the Aztec calendar and the transits that we have in the Aztec calendar, or Aztec astrology, that has a similar energy to what's going on in Western astrology. All right, so I'll see you guys tomorrow for healing work, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Please go back and review the transits so you can prepare for that, as well as for the Aries energy coming in for the full moon. Make sure you are assertive and you ask for what you want, okay? It is a very, very powerful full moon for the harvest season, and you guys need to take full advantage of it this week, okay? So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Bye-bye.